Hey guys, what's up? Over the past month, I challenged myself to do 3 things that were totally out of my comfort zone. Something that I would never usually do, but I really wanted to push myself and try new things last month. So these are the 3 things I did that I would normally not do. So the first thing was quite interesting. The first thing I did, something that I normally would not do, was go on a long 10-kilometer hike in complete silence. I usually love listening to music. I usually love, walking and just jamming or listening to a podcast and just hearing people talking and just chilling. But this time it was gonna be like a 3-4 hour hike in complete silence, and it was a game changer. And I'm so happy that I went ahead and pushed myself to do it, because now I know what I need to do if I want to generate some brand new killer ideas. What I have is a 1-hour drive to a national park where I'm going to do a 10k hike on my own in complete silence. I'm not going to be listening to any podcasts or music like I usually do on these hikes. It's going to be in complete silence. And the drive, I don't usually drive this far. I'm just, I recently gotten my driver's license, so I could then go ahead and drive on my own. So this is going to be an hour-long drive, so that's new as well. So it's like a mini road trip for me solo. I just want to say, as I was leaving the house, as I was searching up the details, I did not want to go. I really wanted to cancel the plan, bitch out and stay at home. But I'm forcing myself to go because that uncomfortable feeling, that's growth. That's what growth is, and that's what I'm pushing through.
1 hour later.
I arrived. That was fun, driving through the bushes, the forest, it was a sort of a canyon run. And I definitely am understanding the thrill of driving and driving fast and just driving on curves. It's fun, it's exhilarating. So that was fun. Time to go on the hike. Alright, we arrived. As you can see, it is a 4.2 one way and then 5.9 on the way back. And this is where the hike starts. Pretty ghetto. So this is gonna be a legit hike. Oh man, definitely shouldn't have worn Ultra Boost. No music, no audio, no nothing. For the 10 kilometers. Let's see how it goes. I want to be listening to music right now. I want to be listening to a podcast right now, but let's give it a try. This is pretty calm and peaceful. I'm able to hear the birds chirping. Oh. It's a bit wet though, because it's been raining the past few days. But this is pretty dope. And I'm all on my own. Yeah, it's crazy. I'm already 5 minutes in. I can already feel my mental state, everything just slowly recovering, slowly rebooting, slowly just letting go. And that's exactly what I need. I've just been grinding for the past 2 weeks, just grinding hardcore. So this is exactly what I needed. But yeah, this is beautiful. Look at the trail. This is dope. Alright guys, update on this uncomfortable journey. Definitely not uncomfortable anymore. Now that I'm here, I'm totally grateful that I went out of my way, drove an hour to get here, and did not falter at the fact that I'll be hiking on my own and that it's 10 kilometers. I didn't let that stop me from leaving the house, and I pushed through, and now I'm totally grateful. This is amazing. And yeah, that's the benefits of doing shit that you don't usually do. I definitely do feel more this is a different experience. A totally different experience. Walking in nature with no music, no audio, nothing in my ears. It's calm. I'm calm. I'm one with the earth. I'm really, just calm and present. I'm not in another world singing to the beat that I'm listening to. I'm really in the nature right now, and that's dope. That's update on this uncomfortable thing that I forced myself to do. Alright, so we're nearly at the end of the hike, and I want to leave with my conclusions. So this challenge was me doing something on my own, driving an hour away, it being over 10 kilometers long, plus
the big one for me was not listening to music or podcasts or any videos and just having it all silent. And what I can say is, one, I think the first 3 difficulties weren't really difficult. The one that I was worried most about was just doing this thing in silence because I thought it was going to be boring. But what I found out was doing these hikes in silence, I'm able to listen to myself talk and just come up with ideas. Like when you're listening to music, it really drowns out your thinking and you can't really think. But I've been really able to think clearly and come up with a bunch of amazing ideas. So of course I want to continue doing hikes while listening to music because it's just more fun, euphoric. But at the same time I want to do hikes and trips where I'm not listening to anything whatsoever, because I've came up with a lot of good breakthroughs and ideas on this trip alone. So yeah, I think that's what Sam Ovens mean by doing things that you're uncomfortable with, because you lead to these profound breakthroughs and discoveries. Made it back to the car park. That was amazing. I enjoyed that.
The second thing that I did was super uncomfortable and out of my comfort zone was swimming in freezing cold water in the dead winter in Sydney, Australia. And it was in an outdoor beach pool that was totally not heated. And that was like a whole nother experience. Pushing myself to hit that 30-minute mark was probably one of the hardest things ever because it was so cold. Like it felt like my skin was burning, but rather than being hot burns, it was getting burnt by the cold. You know, it was getting hard to breathe. I was pushing myself to hit that 30-minute mark because I really wanted to push myself to the next level. Coming out, I was shivering. I was just like cold on the inside, but that was an amazing experience. Seeing myself push myself to that far, seeing what is possible with my mental strength alone, me being able to complete that, something I definitely won't do again. It's checked on the checklist, and that's one extra thing that I have on top of everyone else. Swimming in dead cold water, not heated, in the middle of winter. That was an insane experience. Check out the footage.
Alright, this is uncomfortable thing number 2. I'm gonna be swimming in the middle of winter in an outdoor unheated pool in the beach. It's like freezing, like the water is hella cold. But yeah, I'm gonna man through this and it's gonna be a fun, hopefully. But I'm gonna try to swim for half an hour at least. I'm excited.
A lot of athletes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can see that.
Stand. Shaky.
Okay,
Yeah.
some warm water. Some warm water to keep you warm from
Wash away all
inside.
the saltiness as well.
No, wipe the white face first. On the water in there, the face.
Whoa,
And look at your legs shaking.
Yeah. Yeah.
He soaked himself in the water, icy water for half an hour.
Still shaking, yeah.
You are a champion, mate.
Yeah.
Don't give up.
Look at my legs. So cold.
And check it.
And the last thing that I did that was really out of my comfort zone that I usually never do was, one, go ahead and do cold approaches. Just ask girls out that were vibing with me in public, whether if it was like a girl that was helping me at a Uniqlo, or if it was a girl that was sort of giving me information about somewhere I was at. If she was vibing with me, I was gonna go ahead and just ask her out. 2, go on dates with just strangers like that I met on Tinder, Instagram, just like hitting them up and just talking and just like setting up a date. Those are the 2 things that I usually just never do, but went ahead and did that, and that was an insane, awesome experience. And I go ahead and explain how that was now. So over the past month, I went on 2 dates with 2 random strangers, as well as I cold approached 2 random girls. One was like a tour guide in one of the islands I visited, and one was a girl that worked at Uniqlo, and I just asked them out. These 4 experiences have been pretty crazy. Like the cold approaching, asking girls out, that was really just like nerve-wracking, but once I got it over and done with, I felt amazing. And the 2 dates with random Tinder strangers just showed me that you can form relationships with complete strangers, and like the more comfortable you are with yourself, the better the dates are gonna be, as well as the more you do this, the more confident you'll get, as well as you'll just be more comfortable in your own skin and not really care what other people think. And those are the main takeaways, just doing something that, you know, most people would fear of, whether it is asking a girl out, approaching strangers, go on dates, and just getting really comfortable with that. Because, you know, as an entrepreneur, you're closing deals, you're grinding, you're like doing pretty hardcore things. So like going on a date should be easy peasy, and that's sort of what it was like. Like it was easy peasy, like there was nothing for me to be nervous or worried about whatsoever. I was really glad that I went ahead and did these things, because it allowed me to just come up with all these new stories and new experiences that I could just tell my friends and my future kids. And you know, I'm definitely going to do it more often. Now that I've done it, I'm probably going to continue grinding and just working on myself and just focusing on the business after having, you know, gone on 2 dates, asked 2 random girls, and seeing how easy it is. I'm going to go ahead and just do it more often when I have the chance. If, you know, I'm outside talking to someone, getting help by someone, I'm just gonna ask them out. If like I feel like there's, you know, we're vibing. Same thing goes with, you know, going on dates. You know, I'm gonna use apps, I'm gonna talk to people, I'm gonna hit up people and ask like, yo, do you want to kick it? So that every single time you do it, it just gets easier and easier and easier. So that was the last challenge. I was really happy that I gave myself 3 pretty hard challenges and that I crushed them all. But yeah, so that was a recap of me going on, you know, random dates, approaching random strangers, asking girls out, and how that went. And that wraps it up. Those are the 3 things that I did that was completely out of my comfort zone. What I did was, at the beginning of the month, I wrote down 3 things that I would usually not do, that I really wanted to challenge myself and complete and just push myself to the next level. And I went ahead and did all those 3 things, and I came out of it much stronger. So I highly recommend you guys to go ahead and, like, you know, write down 3 things, whether it's listening to like rock music, like screamo music, you know, going ahead and do some certain sports, you know, sign up and join a, you know, martial art lesson. Just do 3 things that you never would usually do, and the outcomes would probably surprise you. You'll probably find out a bunch of things that you would have never expected from yourself. You would probably find things that you would never expect to enjoy, as well as you probably gain some new stories and experiences that you could share. But yeah, hope you guys like this video. It has been a pretty awesome month, and I hope this video inspires you guys to go ahead and do something new. If you guys plan to take this challenge, comment below the 3 things that you guys are gonna do this month that you would never do and is out of your comfort zone. If you guys liked the video, be sure to drop a like below. Last but not least, don't forget to subscribe, because I'll be seeing you guys tomorrow. Peace.
Yeah, yeah.